Good morning and welcome. Welcome to Fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace. It's a warm welcome. It's a it's something to have to sit there and deal with CPS is one of the hardest things that I can really deal with. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it to you, but it is very hard. Um, but it's a warm welcome. What I call the CPS is the Child Protection. Now, the Child Protection System is a government entity that is supposed to protect our children from neglect and abuse and also do what's called family reunification if they find necessary to break up the family. That's because the child may not be, you know, uh, good morning, Corilla. Corilla, do a trick. Um, your real name I know is Felicia. You're from Oxnard, California, and you have a CPS case in Ventura County involving your two missing babies that you've not seen since September. You also have a criminal case with a eviction that you're wrongly evicted by your stepbrother from a home that you were taking care of your mother, who's dependent on you, and she's been missing now for quite some time. Uh, Cruella, how can I help you? How can I help you get over the eviction? I know that you accepted a judge, not a judge, but really a commissioner to hear your case. And that's part of the problems is for all you listeners out there, never let a commissioner decide your fate. And also, if possible, never do a trial without a jury. You know, letting one individual decide your fate is really dangerous, especially if the system is corrupt. And that's the problem. We don't know when a system is corrupt or not until you try it. And so far, Felicia has encountered everything bad in her neck of the woods. Now, I have a banner up to talk about how you can interact with this live stream. You can text me a message, just follow the directions that are on your screen. And if you're from the United States, you don't need to put the country because that is for people outside the United States. I have over 22 countries so far that have talked in this live stream either by texting or phone calls. Um, and it seems like we're having some trouble with some of our Facebook, uh, having a hard time creating a new live stream. Hopefully, it will clear up. We have two pages. One is the Law Offices of Vincent W. Davis, and the other one is the reality series of horror stories. And now we got my page, Fight CPS with Bob Pace. I have no idea why these are happening this way. Like anything else, I try my best to learn about computers. I'm a self taught guy. I started back in the days of dinosaurs when computers were nothing more than a stack of cards that you took to a hole puncher and then punch holes in them. And then you stack the cards and you put it into a thing to read the number of holes, and then it would do its action it's supposed to do. It's really interesting how computers started and how they are today. It's so interesting. Anyway, I'm here to help you, and I really want to. There have been over 2,500 people that have contacted me. And as I say, 23 countries, from Indonesia to Bangladesh to India to the Middle East to Saudi Arabia to Liberia to Libya, and then to the continent of Africa, where we had Liberia and Sudan and Republic of Congo and Rwanda and Mozambique, and then the provinces of South Africa. Then up to Europe, we've had the United Kingdom of England, Scotland, and Wales, and then we've had Denmark and Sweden. Then across the pond to North America, we've had Canada in its provinces, the United States, and all 50 states have text in or phone in, and including, it's not a state, but Washington, D.C. That's the base of our federal government. There was a mother there that was brutally raped twice. Terrible situation she had. It was all in protective custody, whatever. It's just that there's so much corruption that's happening. And we have a Department of Government Efficiencies investigating the corruption, but I guess it's slow and moving. And I usually put that on at the end of my show. But besides text me a message, you can also be a guest on my show. To be a guest, all you have to do is contact my show producer, Grace, and she'll gladly send you a link that will you copy and paste onto your browser. It'll take you to StreamYard, which is the application I'm using that uses YouTube to transmit what I'm saying and how y'all can get help from me and from other people in this room about how to deal with their CPS case. I'm on twice a day, 14 times a week. You'll find me on at 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, and on the weekends it's 8 a.m. And then on the nighttime, I'm on at 7 p.m. every day of the week. Those times I given to you are Pacific Standard Times on the West Coast of California. So I'm broadcasting south of Los Angeles from Surf City, USA, 3 blocks from the beach, 3 blocks from the ocean. So I'd like to really give a warm welcome. And as I can help you with your case, I will. I'll look up things on here. I have a vast knowledge. I've been doing this now since October 2023. That's 22 months. And I've been fighting CPS for 15 years. It started back with me when in 2010 I lost my job through no fault of my own. And I got involved in CPS because my in laws, my wife's mother and father, and three sisters and brothers from Ohio, were calling out to California and complaining that we as parents were not taking care of our children. That's the sad thing about lay people. Lay people are one of two reporters. The other reporters are the mandated reporters, the professionals, the so called professionals. Well, these lay people are right about 25% of the time. The other 75% of the time, they're wrong and they're using it for alternative motives, meaning that they don't like the neighbor's dog barking, so they'll call the neighbor and says that he has trouble with his kids, and they come out and investigate. He has no kids. Hello, Dorothy Cook, and thank you. Dorothy Cook is from North Carolina, and I hope you're safe and sound from the Hurricane Aaron out there. And Dorothy, I hope you're safe and sound. I don't know if you live close to the beach or not. I've been to North Carolina. I've been to Hatteras, Cape Hatteras, Nags Head, and Frisco, and all the different little towns that are there. I've been to the lighthouse there at Cape Hatteras, Buxton, I think it is called, and it's a really interesting place. Cape Hatteras is. North Carolina is very humid. It's got a lot of mountain terrain, and it's got good sports programs, good high schools and colleges, and my experience in North Carolina have always been a very friendly place, but the government isn't all that friendly, or at least in the case that Dorothy can share with you. Now, today is Wednesday, the 20th of August of the year 2020. And as I say, I come here all the time to this live stream twice a day. So please, if you want to be a guest, email Grace. The email's up there on the screen, and she'll give you the link. Use copy and paste, and if you get knocked off, copy and paste it again. Wow. That didn't go down too well. Excuse me. Uh, Now, once you get the link, um, put it into your browser. And there's simple rules to follow. We have no smoking or eating on the live stream, no profanity, and we do not use the names of children, social workers, or judges. That's all there is. And then we help one another. So, Dorothy, I know the storm is brewing. It's going to send a lot of rain into North Carolina, so be safe. But I'm here to help you deal with your child protection system matter. It's a horrible thing to have CPS descend upon you. You don't know what to do. It's something you didn't learn in school. It's a life skill that people don't really learn until it happens. Oh, well, we got two people in the room, Corella from California and Dorothy from North Carolina. All we need is some people to ask questions or the call in. Now, To call in, all you need to do is call my number. My number's up at 626-698-0990. And I'll gladly take your call. I'll gladly take your call. And we can talk about your case and help you through it. We had Claudia really want some help. They're from San Bernardino. Her and her partner, Alfredo, we're talking about their horrible case and how horrible things are. There's so many of you that have horrible, horrible cases. And I pray for all of you, and I hope that it gets better from you. Some of you say that things I have done have helped you, which is good to know, which is good to know. Hello, Byron Hopkins. Good day to you. Welcome. Hello, Medina. Welcome also. Byron and Medina, if you could share where you're located, it would really help. We have Corilla from Oxnard, California, and Dorothy Cook from North Carolina. And I'd say Corilla from California. And then we have Byron Hopkins and Medina. How can I help you all? And thank you, Dorothy, for the emoji. She gave me a face that cares, and that's glad to hear from you. Dorothy, how are you doing with that storm off the coast of North Carolina? Wondering how she was doing. Lake County, Illinois. Okay, Medina, and you're from Illinois too. Wow, we have two people from Illinois. And I don't understand or don't know. What is your case, Byron, and your case, Medina? Do you have a story to say or some question you have to ask? And something here. I'm here to help you. All you have to do is text me a message about what you want, either a comment or a question, and I can try to help you from there. So, Dorothy, I'm not sure if you hear me okay, but I ask you how you doing with the Hurricane Aaron off your coast. Corilla, what's new with your eviction and you're getting back your two babies? I'll wait for people to come up with a comment. Medina is saying from Illinois, I like to raise awareness of the misconduct and fraud that I personally am still dealing with involving this broken system. I agree. I agree. You're one of the 2,500 people that I've spoken to in the last 22 months that have seen fraud and seen a broken CPS system. It is so bad out there. 50% of the allegations brought before on the professional delegates are not true. That means 50% of the time they're wrong. Now, with the lay people, it's 25% of the time that they're right and 75% that they're wrong. And those are the two kinds of individuals that call in, the lay people and the professionals. Professionals, your school teachers, doctors and nurses, administrators, and police and fire that are professionally dealing with children have to report it by law, and they only get it right 50% of the time. The other group of reporters are the lay people, and they only get it right 25% of the time. So that's a pretty sad thing not to know that half of the CPS people out there are bad. Fighting CPS is like open heart surgery. You need a talented lawyer who's trained in the area of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law to fight your CPS case. So I know how broken it is, Medina, and thank you for sharing it from Illinois. So if any of you have any questions you'd like to call in, please do so. Um, Dorothy, are you there? I'm not hearing from you, Dorothy. Dorothy Cook, are you there? Corella, I've asked you questions. Are you there? Hello, Bartley from Montana. Thank you for coming to join my live stream. We're having some trouble with the Facebook's not loading right. I don't know if it's the internet or what, but they're not seem to be holding up pretty good there. Okay. Now, Medina further said from Illinois, investigator indicates abuse, administrative hearing overturns investigator switches child involved. Open case indicates while I'm in dependency court, then stop working for CPS per se. Medina further says becomes the CPS caseworker and collects federal funding with the same children involved. I was made aware that a few months ago through Medicaid that children were under a program for wards of the state. That is terrible, Medina. Hello, Bartley from Montana. How are you today? So good to hear from you. Medina says further, I'm not sorry kids never wards the state. Same investigator also is currently being sued in federal court for all the same actions a year prior. Oh, geez. Her current title is licensed daycare representative. No social worker, clinical worker license since 2019. Wow. Um, you are hanging in there, Bartley. I know you are. I know you are. And I'm glad you come into my room. It seems like it's kind of a little slow and laggy today. Um, yes, I know you have to press on. There's no question about that. Um, wow. Hmm. Okay. Um, Dorothy, I don't know what happened to you. I have emoji for you. You came early in the room and then you not answer my questions. Also, Cruella, what's the latest? You didn't answer my questions either. So I have questions out to you too. Medina's been talking from Illinois, and Brian has said a few things from Illinois, but I need to hear more from you, Brian. And of course, we've had Bartley, and she says, if possible, I'd like to call you tonight. Please, Bartley, call me tonight. Call me tonight at 7 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. I love to hear from you. I love to hear from you. right. Medina says cases A through F, all unfounded dependency court dismiss. Three administrative hearings overturned. Took from January 2nd to 21 until 21-25. That's 4 years. Y'all hang in there. I did. Watch your shows and look for your notes. I will, Medina. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you all for sharing that. Uh, Dorothy Cook, if you're around, I asked you how you doing with Hurricane Aaron. Corella, what's the latest? What's the news about you? Corella is from Oxnard, California. Dorothy's from North Carolina. Byron Hopkins is from Illinois, and so is Medina. And then we have Bartley from Montana. I'm so glad to see you all in here. I'm here open for all kinds of questions. Um, and my phone number's up for questions there. I'm going to take my phone number down because it's close to the end of my live stream. So I'm going to put up the Department of Doge. That's the Department of Government Efficiency. If we don't have many people talking, I got about 3 minutes left of my live stream. It'll be 11 o'clock. I do have to end it. I do have to end it. Now I'm on again tonight at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. I'd love to have you there. So um, oh boy. Um, well, we're going to wind down the show. It's 11 o'clock. And I want to thank the following people for being on my show. We have Medina from Illinois. Thank you for sharing what you had. Bartley's from Montana. She's going to call me tonight. And let me see who else we have here. We have Byron Hopkins from Illinois. Thank you very much for texting in here. We have Dorothy Cook from North Carolina, who I hope is safe with Hurricane Aaron off the coast of North Carolina. Corella Duatrick is Felicia from Oxnard, California, and I hope you're doing well, Corella. Thank you all, my family, for calling. And remember, do not give up on your family. Don't give up your children. Come here first and talk about it. I will help you. I do care about you. I'm a loving father and a husband of 42 years, and I have helped raise 6 children. So I have a lot of experience in life skills and fighting CPS for 15 years. So I really am happy to meet some new people, see some old people, and I look forward to seeing tonight. There'll be a brief video at the end of my live stream. Please watch it. Anyway, God bless you, and I'll see you tonight. This is Bob Pace signing off.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted, and if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your faith